Hey guys, welcome back. Please leave a like so this video is recommended to others, and hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing videos just like this.
This footage was captured on November 2nd, 2014 and shows a car speeding down Highway 78 at around midnight. A few seconds later, the video shows the driver slowing down to avoid hitting a suspicious roadblock up ahead, consisting of just 2 traffic cones blocking the entire road. As the driver brings his car to a stop, his headlights eerily catch the lower half of a man's body walking suspiciously towards his vehicle. When he tries to drive through the cones, the man stands in his way, blocking the car's path.
Bro.
Sensing something is off, the driver immediately calls out to the man to try to get an explanation.
No.
What's going on? Can I help you with something? Yes.
Why are you talking to him?
It probably wasn't the best idea to engage with a man who put cones in the middle of the highway, but then again, they could have been there for any number of reasons. In the caption of the video, the uploader mentioned that as soon as he asked him if he needed help, he saw the man reach into his pocket, and that's when the driver decided to play it safe and sped away. According to the uploader, the man and his accomplice were later detained by the cops, but were somehow only charged with DUI. If the man had been given more time, it's anyone's guess what he would have done, but luckily the driver didn't stick around long enough to find out.
He almost found out what they wanted. At least now you know. Next time you see the cones, you keep going.
That's a wolf. God.
I think it was fast.
But that's a whole wolf. What the fuck? That's a whole wolf. What the fuck, Cerrito?
Well, at least he was chasing it and not the other way around. Dude's probably looking for somebody's dog or cats or a squirrel or two to nibble on. His security guard heard something moving in the kitchen. Yo, what? How did a freaking bear get in there? Is that an actual bear? That's not a prank, is it? That's a bear, dude. Holy crap. That poor guy must have had a heart attack. How cows are transported to the vet in Switzerland. Wow. Dude's got the whole package deal. Getting airlifted to the vet. So cows in Switzerland have better healthcare than I do. Got it. I just imagine that cow's freaking out though.
Bagsik, ilaga sa Bisaya kay nay muscle.
Oh, what, dude?
Nakala ko nang itinaay, hiwa ano yan. Lo. Lo. Yawa ni muscle.
Does that thing have back muscles? That boy looks swole. Been hitting the pull-up bar.
I'm sure by now we have all heard about the dark web and all of the dangers that comes along with it. Here are a few stories of people who went in there looking for things that they shouldn't have and definitely lived to regret it. And I do want to say that while researching this video, I started looking up stories. Some of the stories that were told are so traumatizing that I am probably gonna have nightmares like forever. And are things that I can't even speak on, period, because if I did, my whole page would probably get taken down. But here are a few of the stories that I can sort of share. Story number 1, a friend of mine claims that he was bored one night and was just snooping on the dark web just to see what he could get into. When he just randomly gets a private message from a man that said, "I've looked into you, and I see that you're in here a lot. I also know that you're never here to buy anything or to use any of our services. Because at the end of the day, you're just a kid. I don't mind, but others on here will, and I see that you have not protected yourself enough. Get off if you know what's good for you." And then proceeded to send my friend a picture of the front of his house. Story number 2, and again, none of these stories are mine, I'm just telling them in the first person. Story number 2. While browsing around the dark web one night, I came across the page of a man that claims to be an animal. He says that he specializes in dogs. The heading of his page says, "I will take your dogs off your hands, no questions asked," and then proceeds to show pictures of unalive dogs. Story number 3. There was a guy on the dark web looking to buy large quantities of bed bugs. When asked why he needed such a large quantity of bed bugs, he said that he wanted to breed them in order to release them into people's homes. By doing so, this would save his bed bug business. This list is getting kind of long, so let me know if you guys want a part 2. I mean,
the bedbug one is just kind of hilarious. That's some cartoon logic right there. This is what eye rubbing looks like through an MRI scanner. Is that why I go blind temporarily after doing that? So are we not supposed to rub our eyes? I can't help it, man. My eyes get itchy all the time. Tour guide announces Pride of Lions is nearby and chaos ensues.
Take care! Lion coming! Point your vehicles! Faster, 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 faster! Faster, Lion! Faster, faster! Faster! Faster, Lion! Faster!
I love that the dude in the safari outfit just went at the full sprint. Gasoline into a robot? I don't think I like where this is going. Okay. It's over, dude. We are so done for. They got this little dude out here starting forest fires. We're definitely headed towards Terminator 2. The freaking AI is gonna turn into Skynet. You're gonna be jaywalking one day 10 years from now, and that little green laser is the last thing you're gonna see. Guy has a giant termite hill in his house. Wow. And he's decorating it. I don't see the point of that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna destroy your house. If anyone is confused about this guy's life choices, I will explain. In India, termite hills are considered to be where snakes live. We consider snakes as sacred too. This guy will let it grow because he believes that it will gain him favor of snake gods. He's worshipping them. Oh.
What the Wait, I'm recording it. Oh boy. What the? Yo! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious.
I wouldn't exactly say that's hilarious, but that is definitely unfortunate. I thought it was gonna flip it over. I guess not. It just kept it afloat. It must have hit that fire hydrant pretty hard, man. The longest known lifespan of all vertebrate species is a 392-year-old Greenland shark in the Arctic Ocean. It's been wandering since 1627. Wow. Almost 400 years old. How does that thing even eat? It looks like it's blind. I think other sharks only live like 20 to 30 years. This shark's seen some things.
Indian student studying in the United States was trying to empathize with a homeless man, and what he got in return was
Very tragic story coming from United States, Georgia, where 25-year-old Vivek Saini, very ambitious, wanted to complete his master's in business administration from University of Alabama, unfortunately was in the store that he was working in part-time. Lithonia, the area where he was working in, he encountered a homeless man and decided to give shelter to that homeless man, gave him food, water, even clothes, gave him his jacket, and the man had endless demands. The homeless man went on to ask for more cigarettes, for more food, and 3 days later, Vivek Saini, who himself is an employee, said that that's all he could give, and that the homeless man must leave, because if not, that he's answerable to his owners. So the homeless man turns around, takes out a hammer, and hacks Vivek to death, literally 50 times, hammering his face and head. And you see the video here, the CCTV footage, where we see the man walking, the homeless man walking about in the store as if nothing happened after killing Vivek. In fact, there were bystanders who were watching this entire episode unfold but could not do much with fear, because they knew this Julian Faulkner had a hammer in his hand. He's now been arrested. Vivek's family, of course, devastated. They hail from Haryana. He studied from Chandigarh University and was really looking to fund and fend for his family through his job in the United States.
That is so horrible, man. A lot of the homeless people now, I feel like, is just mentally ill people. It's not like it was like 15 years ago, you know, where a homeless person's just a person that's down on their luck. That's super sad, man. Dude was just trying to help out. Did they not have a robot that can hold those? There's gotta be a different way. According to this guy right here, as an aircraft engine mechanic, this is not the way. Not sure why this idiot is doing this. Okay, so this is definitely not the way. It does seem like an accident just waiting to happen. I don't know what they're smuggling in there, but that's genius. I haven't seen that one before. Hey, that's an A+ right there for creativity. That's pretty good.
Did anybody else know that they built the entire Empire State Building in 1 year? In the 1930s. And I'm not just talking about the exterior, I'm talking about the interior. The whole building was finished. Plumbing, electrical, elevators. What's crazier is if you exclude the interior work, they actually finished the building a lot faster than that. Because if you look here, construction started on March 17th, 1930, and the building was topped out by the 19th of September. 102 floors in 7 months. If I was asked this question on a game show, I would have got it so wrong. I would have said like 15 years. The reason why I'm bringing this up, because yesterday was the 93rd birthday of the Empire State Building, and they brought this fact up, and I could not believe it. Then my second thought was, well, if they built that building that quickly, a lot of people must have been dropping out, if you get what I'm saying, because safety back then was not great. And that was another surprise to me, because according to Google, only 5 workers lost during the construction of the building. But there is a bit of an asterisk there. As you can see on this bottom portion, it says there are many unofficial accounts that point to higher numbers. And I also believe that that number was way higher than 5, because record keeping in the 1930s and 20s probably wasn't the best. Like, people just straight up disappeared back then. If you didn't like your wife anymore, you could just tell everybody she went on vacation, you know, and that was it.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're probably lying about those numbers. Yeah, he's right. Definitely wasn't 5, maybe 500. Still though, that's really surprising. Nowadays, it takes everybody 10 years to fill in a pothole. It probably does have to do with safety regulations being a whole lot better now than they were like 70 years ago though.
In China, if they want to catch you, there's a low pace to high. they have camera all over. You know, maybe you can see a camera in the store, but in China, it's all over, belong to the government. All the street pole, all the light pole, all the highway, they all over. They call it sky eye. You cannot rent anywhere.
So if you do something...
Even though you're from this state to another state, they will follow you. And their camera is different than this one, than United States. Even though you cover your face, their computer can track your movement, and then they match on the system. They know who you are.
Even with your face covered,
yeah,
they can tell who you are.
Yeah.
So you can't do anything. Is it safer there?
Yeah, they still got
there's ways
things going on, but they not exposed to the public.
Wow,
okay,
that's wild.
Isn't the UK like this? I've seen a different video where they say there's like street cameras on every corner. It's probably gonna be here soon, to be honest. They might not. They probably don't need to though. They just stare at you all day through your cell phone. They just stare at you all day through your cell phone camera. This lady probably thinks there's a demon in her ceiling. That's a grubby raccoon hand, lady. He's squatting in your ceiling.
I have to show you all this. So you know how Dubai basically drowned today? I was watching a video of a crazy stream from the flood and I saw this. Oh, before we go any further, I'm not making any accusations or anything. I'm just telling you this coincidentally popped up next. This is what Dubai's been up to lately.
The UAE government invested more than $20 million in research to start a process called cloud seeding. The UAE performs around 1,000 hours of cloud seeding a year, and it's all controlled by this building in the National Center of Meteorology in Abu Dhabi, where they track the whole process. We met with a cloud seeding expert to explain how the seeding process works.
We wait the forecast when we have a good, chance for a cloud. We send the aircraft to that location. Go under the cloud, in the first stage of the cloud, there is good updraft at that time, start to release all the salt, and with the good updraft, of course, it will go inside the cloud, the droplets will become bigger.
Again, I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying I was watching a whole bunch of videos on the flood, and that video popped up right after. And let me show you just how dark it really got in Dubai today.
So guys, this is 2:46 PM, यानी कि दोपहर के 2:40 है इस वक्त, और आप देख सकते हैं कि मुकम्मल तौर पे ये यूँ लग रहा है जैसे रात का वक्त है इस वक्त. It is incredible how things are looking like right now. Ominous. This is this cloud system that is above us, and that's where the storm is.
Remember, 2:30 PM and look how dark it is out there. It's like pitch black. Almost.
It's not pitch black.
Bigger water droplets apparently. It seems like a supercharged storm. Locals of the area are obviously saying it's not normal. But yeah, these storms are starting to seem devilish.
They must have gone a little bit too crazy with it. They wanted to see what would happen. Because that's a lot of rain, man. That is not normal for Dubai. I've never seen Dubai flooded in the news before, so that's a new one. I somehow trained a housefly to do tricks? I don't know, man. It looked real at first, but then it got really CGI. I'm gonna say that's fake. Really, really fake.
When I tell you the world is so scary for women, this is what I'm talking about. A woman had been missing since 2017, okay? 7 years since she had been missing. Was found in a hotel room after screaming and crying for help, and they heard her from outside the hotel room, the motel room, and rescue her. This is actually a heartbreaking, but it's a good ending story. So basically this was in Detroit, I believe it was in Inkster, and this woman had been missing for a long time, like I said, since 2017, and her family thought that she potentially had been ST'd. And they had, for a long time been searching for her, but with things the way they were, they said that they didn't have any leads or anything like that. Now, for whatever reason, this woman was able to get a hold of a phone and call her stepmother and let her know where she was at. She didn't know exactly where she was at, but she knew she was in a motel and she knew she was in Inkster, Michigan. Now, they found all kinds of things in the hotel room, drugs, cell phones, all kinds of things. And there has been a suspect identified. The Michigan Trafficking and Abduction Group are also involved in this as well because they believe it might have something to do with human trafficking, okay? And this is why I say the world is a scary place for women to be in. Yeah, y'all, this is creepy. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below.
I feel like a lot of hotels might have like some involvement. Like, why is there so many crappy, shady hotels just everywhere? I get that some people need cheaper rooms, cheaper hotels and everything, but there's like some hotels out there that are basically not hotels, if you know what I mean. It's obvious what's happening there. I don't understand how they're allowed to operate.
Squatters' rights in the US are getting wildly out of hand. Just 2 doors down from LeBron James's house in Beverly Hills, squatters illegally took over a $4.3 million home, throwing numerous out-of-control parties with a $75 entry fee, and they even listed the home on Booking.com. And what's crazy is that despite the homeowners and property agents telling police no rental agreements exist, it took months of expensive legal action to finally evict these squatters just days ago. And this problem only seems to be getting worse. This couple bought a home in New York so their son, who has Down syndrome, could be next to their family members. But when they tried to enter with an insurance inspector, they discovered that a man was living in their home and refused to leave. And despite having no lease, paying no rent, he called the cops on them. He's even been listing the home online for $50 a night. And all while they go through the lengthy and expensive process to evict him in court, they're still having to pay all of his bills, including thousands of dollars in utilities. And similar cases to this are happening across the country. This woman was arrested by police after she changed the locks on her own home to keep a group of alleged squatters out. A married couple in Queens arrived to their investment home, only to find out that the locks on the doors had been changed. When police arrived and asked the 2 men inside to provide a lease, they said they couldn't, but now they've hired an attorney to sue the homeowners for wrongful eviction. One squat in Atlanta was even being run as an illegal secret strip club and had to be cleared out by an entire FBI SWAT team. Wow. There were internet forums popping up offering how-to guides to get into a home and establishing a right to be there. And there was even a Venezuelan migrant with over 500,000 followers who is now being arrested that got banned on TikTok for sharing tips on how to invade vacant homes. In the video, he said that he plans on making it a business and that his African friends have already taken 7 homes. Now, the reason for all of this is that in many states, like New York for example, if someone lawfully lives in a property for 30 consecutive days or longer, it is unlawful for any person to evict or attempt to evict them, including the owner of the home. And the problem is that even if people have been living there unlawfully, cancelling out their squatters' rights, many just produce fake documents or other excuses forcing it to be taken to court, which can be extremely expensive and drawn out. This has resulted in some homeowners even offering to pay squatters to get out of their homes rather than risk losing months of rent and incurring legal fees. And because of the rise in squatting incidents, some states are finally taking action. Florida signed a bill on Wednesday that puts criminal penalties on alleged squatters, and Texas's governor Greg Abbott tweeted, "The Texas Castle Doctrine empowers Texans to use force to defend themselves and their property."
So squatters' rights applies after just 30 days in New York? That is freaking loony, man. Well, damn. I guess don't try that in Texas or Florida. You're gonna run into Florida, man. Carjacking in San Jose, California.
Come out! Don't fucking come out! You come out, I'm gonna shoot you! Don't come out! Do not come out! It's a fucking car, don't lose your life! Do not lose your life over a fucking car! Do not lose your life over a fucking car! Hurry up! Hop in!
Imagine a criminal giving you advice as he's violating you. That is straight buffoonery, man. That is some clown behavior. Don't lose your life over a car. Isn't that what you're doing right now? You're risking your life for a car? Dude refuses to get eaten.
Look. Oh my god. My goodness, look at that guy. This is awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. My goodness.
That was pretty sick. He was freaking airborne for like 5 seconds. He ain't gonna be nobody's lunch today.
This dog was once framed for a crime while taking public transportation, but despite being the target of a smear campaign, it all ended up working out in his favor. Boji is a formerly stray dog from Istanbul, and he became well known for taking public buses, trains, and ferries on his own every day. Boji would travel around 20 miles each day, occasionally getting off to check out new areas, and then coming right back and waiting patiently at the station for his next ride. Fellow travelers started to look forward to seeing the respectful commuter dog, and his popularity grew pretty quickly. City officials even gave him a GPS collar to keep track of him, and his own official commuter card allowing him to ride for free. But Boji became the center of controversy when dog poop was found on one of the city's trains, and Boji was accused of leaving it there. Boji's official social media account quickly shared his alibi, saying that he had been with a trainer all day and was framed. The controversy became so heated that the transit system had to review their security tapes, and they found that a man had in fact planted the dog poop and blamed Boji. So Boji was officially proven innocent, but because the situation had garnered so much public attention, it was decided that adoption was in his best interest to keep him safe. So in the end, Boji's name was completely cleared, and he was adopted by a local businessman, so he's now retired from his celebrity life and he has a warm and loving home.
There is a special place in hell for you, sir. Lock that man up, throw away the key. He should not see the light of day ever again. How miserable does your life have to be that you're messing with a dog? A beatboxing bird? I gotta see this. That's amazing, dude. 10 out of 10, it slaps. Let's go. Well guys, that's all I have today. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you're awesome and I appreciate you. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. What you looking at, bro? I'm trying to eat here. It's pretty rude to watch people while they eat, just so you know. Very rude of you. Probably shouldn't be wearing white if I'm drinking coffee. Oh well. Binyi. Binyi. Binyi.